Children of the earth, I'm calling out. There's a mission for you and for me. You see, our mother, she has been suffering, and the truth is told beneath the sea. So raise your voices, sing like ocean waves crashing to the shore. This is our song for the ocean, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean. Give us strength. Each and every voice will be counted, as each and every soul has a place, sharing on this beautiful planet. We need awareness, every decision we make. So raise your voices, sing like thunder, strength in harmony. This is our song for the ocean, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing for tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean. Give us strength. This is our song for the ocean, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean. Give us strength. Oh, this is our song for the ocean. Give us strength. Give us Good morning, angels. It was beautiful, wasn't it? Beautiful, and you all could hear it, and it was perfect, and that's what we're working towards. Hello, 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 Arlene and Juanita and Rosalind and Kyoto. Hi, Kyoto. Welcome. And Karen and Sue. It's beautiful to have you all here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to everyone. Hi, Helene. We've missed you all. That's glad that you're here with us. So here we are. Here we are together, together. And no, I don't want two of me. Rather see you all. I'd rather see you all. So welcome. Today, our class is all about windmills of the mind. You know, the monkey mind, the mind that keeps chattering and doesn't let us get quiet. The mind that keeps chattering and does not let us get quiet. So I hope that everybody is well, and I hope that we're all happy and safe and staying safe. So how do we calm our mind, all the windmills that are going around in our mind like this, going around in our mind? How do we make that calm so we can meditate? So the first thing we have to do every day is open our eyes when we wake up early in the morning, which is the best time. Put your feet on the floor and say, thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. So let's all realize that that's the first thing we have to do every morning. Every morning, and we look here, you can see it from this angle. Let's see if I can move this over a little bit. Shiv Baba, well, there, that's better. We say thank you to Shiv Baba. We say thank you, God, or Allah, or any name you call God is okay. Say thank you for another day, and that we're well and happy and safe, and we have food to eat. We have a roof over our head, and we are protected by God's powers. We are protected, and that's why we have to learn to quiet the talking in our mind and say, shush, shush, quiet the talking in our mind and tell our mind to be still. Stillness and in silence, that's how we find all the answers to our life and to who we are and whose we are. You must remember all of that. So let's start out today. We had the Song of the Ocean. Let's start out today by meditating.
Sit back and relax the body. Comfortable, I the being, master of this body. Let me feel myself. Energy, vibrations, the faculty that thinks, feels. This is me. I the soul. A tiny point of light, a shining star in the center of the forehead. Gradually, try and see yourself. Tiny point of light in the center of the forehead. I am pure, peaceful soul. Purity. This is my original nature. I, the soul, am taking a journey home. See yourself, little star, going upwards, flying above this earth, crossing the sun, the moon, the stars, going up. I've reached a land where there's complete silence. Golden red light. This is my home. And as I reach home, I see before me another point of light, just like me, a shining star, but whose powers, vibrations, radiating far and wide in all directions. Like a laser beam, the rays from this point of light are hitting me. I have come face to face with my father, my parent, the one who I have been looking for. If there's any problem, any question, anything, share it with him. He's the one who loves me and accepts me unconditionally. Vibrations of purity, his love and peace are touching me. I, the being, am getting filled with God's love and peace. And now slowly, as I fill myself, I start my journey back to this world, crossing the sun, moon and the stars again, coming down to this planet, to my body, back to my center of the forehead. Today, as I meet everybody, I will remain in this awareness. I am a pure soul, child of that ocean of purity. His powers and love is filled inside me. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. That was the beautiful voice of Sister Shivani. Sister Shivani is known all over the world. Where am I here? I know I'm here. Okay. I get disappeared sometimes. Okay, come on. Come up there. Well, okay, you don't want to. That's okay with me. I'll be down here with all of you guys. There. Okay. Now you see me. So I'm so glad you're all here. Now that was a beautiful way to start the day by remembering who you are and whose you are, who you belong to. Father God, Shiv Baba, Allah, Baruch Hashem, whatever name that you call, our Supreme Father. That's the way we get out of bed, put our feet on the floor and say, thank you, God, for another day. That's the best way. So here we are together, and we're going to try to calm the windmills of our mind, the monkey mind. I hate to use that word because of that terrible disease that's out there, monkeypox, but the monkey mind, chattering. You know, do you ever go to the zoo and see the monkeys jumping all around and chattering? And probably haven't gone to the zoo for a little while, but they're jumping around and chattering. And that's what we have to do, but quiet our mind. Keep our mind central on ourselves and who we belong to. We belong to God. We're children of the Supreme Soul. And that's who we have to quiet that mind. Thoughts are going to come in. They will come in and they'll chatter to us. Just let them go. Those are waste thoughts. But the good thoughts that I'm a soul, and everybody I see and everybody I am able to talk to or hear, and if I don't know them, just smile. Even if you're wearing a mask, they can see your eyes smile. So that's what we have to do. So let's meditate again.
Self. This is a guided mindfulness meditation on calming the mind. Take this bit of time for you, just to be here and present in the moment, seeking a calm and still mind. Find a comfortable position for yourself. You may choose to remain seated upright in a chair or sit cross-legged on the ground. It may help to open up your chest by gently and slightly bringing your shoulders back. In this session, we will learn to find a still mind and be here in the now. Begin to turn your attention to your breathing. Bring your focus to this moment by recognizing the movement of your chest or the air movement in and out of your nostrils. Just allow yourself to breathe normally and naturally in and out. But now, bringing your full attention to it. And as you bring this focus on each in breath, think to yourself, breath. And on each out breath, think to yourself, body. Each time, breath, body. Continue this for just a few seconds. And as you practice this, you may feel a heightened sense of awareness, like a slight tingling in your fingertips. And you may want to imagine your body having a soft glow around it as you feel a sense of yourself in the space you are in. It can be a wonderful experience to understand yourself as conscious awareness, as an integral piece of a greater whole, removing the separation of the mind and the physical world. As you are here in the state of presence, we can recognize just how easily we can access this part of our experience at any time. Peace, calm, and presence is always available for us to unlock. And as we recognize this, we also realize that our outside causes of stress and anxiety are natural and normal. But a place of peace and calm within our minds is also natural and accessible. As we recognize this and allow ourselves this time and presence, share these affirmations with me. You can imagine yourself floating, weightless in water, free of tension, with nothing around you. Calm, peaceful, and free. So now, repeat these affirmations after me, either out loud or in your head, starting with breath and body. Peace and presence. A calm mind. Free and clear. Here and now. Stillness. And let's do it once more with breath and body. Peace and presence.
Peace and presence.
A calm mind.
Calm.
Free and clear.
Free.
Here and now.
Here and now. Here we are back again. Let's see who else is here that I didn't get a chance to say hello to. Let's see. I said Roz, Karen, Sue, Giselle, Shoshana, Janet. Let's see who else is here to say hello to. Hi, Roz, Arlene and Karen and Sue. I said Giselle, must be Hildy and Janet, and Melanie. Do I have everybody? I hope so. I hope I saw everyone and am able to say hi to you all. So we saw how we can calm our mind. Breathe in, say breath. Breathe out and say calm. Breathe in, breath. Breathe out and say calm. That is the best way to do this and to keep your mind still, your monkey mind still from chattering and chattering and chattering. You're able all, I know that you all can hear the sound because thanks to my partner, 22 years, we have a new speaker. So Roz, would you like to share with us right now? Can you share? Hello.
Yes, I can. Good morning, everyone. So the main thing I have to say is you're all so lucky that you're on, because I just had one of my neighbors in here and she's totally befuddled with how Etta could be sitting miles away and we could have Helene in Canada and Juanita in Ohio, and how we all can be enjoying from the comfort of
Germany.
our homes. And Germany, Karen.
And Tampa or Northfield, where Giselle is.
It's totally awesome, and we just take it for granted. But it is a pleasure to see everyone. And just a short reminder that on the 27th, which is coming very soon, we're going to have our blessing, our Raki blessing meditation. And we're asking you to mark your calendars now for August 27th at 4 p.m. We're going to use the same codes, okay? And the same secret passcode. You can invite any of your friends you wish if they would enjoy it. And what it is, it's a meditation where each person one by one is spotlighted and a blessing is read out for them. And if you're local, we invite you to come by and tie the thread of love, the Raki. And if you're not, we can make an effort to mail it to you. And that's the scoop for now. The windmills of your mind, the monkey mind. Some of us are specialists. I used to think the more thoughts that my mind was able to generate, the better off I was, when it was the opposite. So that's how much I knew. And welcome Marcel. He just came on from North Carolina magically. It's a total wonder, this whole program. So thank you everyone for joining, and set a reminder alarm every Tuesday morning at 10:25 to remind you to come on. I've been doing the reminder alarm for years. And I must admit, sometimes I get busy with life and I look up, and I'm so thankful I have that reminder alarm. Otherwise, I would have looked up and it would be 12 noon. And you all know how fast time is flying. So please, please set a reminder alarm so you don't miss out. And one last thing about our free app called the Bee Zone. Please sign up for it and use it. It's a treasure. It's got some wonderful, wonderful things on it. So thank you for coming, and back to you, Etta.
Thank you. Thank you, Roz. I know your voice is a little soft, but that's because, because of a lot of things. But in the meantime, we can hear the meditations, and that's the best part. So let's do that again. Let's do another meditation.
Hustle and bustle, noise, traffic, people, lots of information, and to live in the city, to live such a life does cause us sometimes to lose focus, to lose energy. In order to maintain our inner peace and in order to recharge ourselves, it helps to know how to withdraw into and experience our own silent space and our sacred space. The art of knowing how to step back, withdraw, and recharge is essential, especially in a demanding lifestyle. Just like we seek to recharge our machines, our phones, for example, in the same way, the mind also needs the recharge of silence and the experience of pure, positive, and powerful thoughts. So let us practice to experience this beautiful place known as the silent space and also the sacred space. In order to experience silent space, I want to allow my thoughts to slow down. Let me just observe my mind and observe how the thoughts in my mind are flowing. The movement of my thoughts, my desires, my ideas creates noise. But let it be such that when I choose, I can reduce that noise and stop that noise. Consider the thoughts in the mind to be like cars on the road. And let me ask myself, how is the traffic of my mind? Simply visualize the thoughts in the mind beginning to slow down. Just like cars which slow down and create order and discipline on the roads, in the same way, as my thoughts begin to slow down, I experience a sense of calm and peace returning to me. I experience the mind becoming silent. Beneath the movement of my thoughts, there is the desire for peace. And so I tell my mind, oh, my mind, the peace you seek is already within you. Return to the first reality. Return to the first truth. And that is, I am peace. Be with that thought. Be in that thought. And as my mind begins to experience this peace, the desires begin to reduce. And I feel the wonder of silent space. And further, let me now enter into sacred space. Let me once again bring my awareness up towards my seat in the center of the forehead of the body. Picture yourself as the star-like being of light, the soul, the eternal being of living light, seated in the center of the forehead. This area known as the region of the third eye. This is the sacred space upon which I, the soul, sit. This is my original home. When I am aware that I am here in the center of the forehead, it is then that I experience my own sacredness. That is my own purity, my own divinity. That part of me which is free from all ego, from all fear, from all anger. The part of me which is always pure. The part of me which has no desire.
We're back. Here we are, back again. Did I not? Let's see if I not say hello to somebody. Melanie, Sue, I've got you, Arlene, Shoshana, Marcel, Lourdes. Good that you're with us today, and Karen, that's beautiful. Thank you all for being with us. It's wonderful. There we are. So you can hear the meditations now. As I said, we have a new speaker and it plays beautifully. And you hear me okay, right? You hear me talking okay. Thumbs up, good. All right, it took a lot of time to get it all working right, but you know, if you have the patience, and it took a lot of patience, I will tell you that, took a lot of patience. So we have heard how if we repeat to ourselves, I am peace, I am light, I am calm. If you get into a situation where your mind is chattering, let's do it together. Let's say those things together. Om Shanti. I am peace. I am light. I am calm. Like if you're going to the dentist or you're going to the doctor, you want to have calm so your blood pressure is calm. So you repeat to yourself, I am peace. I am calm. What that will do, here's the soul right in the center of the forehead. What that will do is calm your monkey mind, the chattering of your mind. It will calm you so that you'll be able to, if you're at the doctor, have a good blood pressure reading. If you're going shopping or you're doing something that causes stress to you. Driving is a big one here in Florida. That's a good way to have stress, driving in Florida. But anyway, just somebody wants to cut you off, let them. Maybe they have to get somewhere in a hurry. Calmness, peacefulness, purity, safety, all of those things are the things that calm our monkey mind. So let's do it again. Let's meditate again.
Welcome to this powerful session for letting go. Find somewhere you will not be disturbed and gently close your eyes if you'd like. It is good to let go, surrender, and trust the process. So start by taking a deep breath in. Focus on making your belly expand as you breathe in. And let the breath go. Feel how it naturally falls away, waiting for the next breath to come in. And letting the breath go. When you breathe in, expand your belly and lungs. And as you breathe out, you are simply letting go. Now let your breath return to a natural rhythm. Trust that your body automatically breathes for you. Now imagine some things that you are holding on to, and whatever comes to mind, see it clearly in front of you in your mind's eye. What is it that you're holding on to? One thing may come to mind, or several. Just trust the process of your mind presenting to you what you need to let go of. Take a deep breath in and imagine one thing that you need to let go of and surrender it. Give it away. However your mind sees that you should give this thing away, do so. Say to yourself now, I am ready to let this go. I allow for it to leave my awareness. I let go of attachments. I let go of the obsession of how certain things should turn out. I do not expect things to happen one way or another. I surrender the need to control. I trust the process. Breathe in deeply again, feeling your body expand with air. And when you breathe out, just let the breath go. Now imagine something that you have expected to be a certain way. Perhaps a person's behavior or a situation. See how you expect it to be and say to it, I let this go. Let your expectations fall away. They actually do you no good. It feels good to not expect people to be a certain way. And it feels good to not expect situations to turn out how you want them to. Living a life in trust. Breathe in deeply once more. And when you breathe out, open your eyes.
I love that meditation. The reason being is because it gives you the way to understand that you can calm your mind, and maybe you're holding on to something that's causing you stress, like an illness or a way a person is reacting to you, or something that's giving you a lot of stress. If you let it go, just put it aside and let it go. Let it go. Don't let things stay in your mind that cause you stress. Our life is, the outside of our lives now are stressful just as they are, with all the things going on, war, and we want peace. We want to be helpful. We want to give people our peace that we have, share with our loved ones and with strangers alike. Let go that thought of negativity. Let go that thought of expectations. That was a big one for me. I had expectations of the way people should act, and I had expectations. I don't mean since I've been meditating, but in the beginning, I had expectations. How come this one doesn't act like that? And how come this one doesn't act like that? And all it did was give me sadness and sorrow. But when you let go of expectations and realize the drama of life, the way it is, the drama of life is perfect. It might not be exactly what we'd like it to be, but it is what it is. My son used to say that all the time. Mom, it is what it is. This is what it is. The drama is perfect. And acceptance of the drama is a big, big understanding to you. If you accept the way life is, you'll be a happier person. We cannot change another person. I know that for a fact. The only person you can change is you. Is yourself, right, Juanita? The only person you can change is yourself. Don't get married to someone because you think you're going to be able to change them. It doesn't work. You can't do that. I'm not talking about myself in my marriage. I happen to be blessed, and the ones who know my husband know how blessed I was for 45 years. But other people have gotten married, think, well, I don't like this about him and I don't like that about him, but that's all right, I'll change him. Doesn't work, doesn't work. And I know a few people online today that can think about that and know that for a fact, that it doesn't work. You can only change yourself and your reaction. That's the only way. So let's meditate again.
Why is everyone here so happy except me? Because they have learned to see the goodness and beauty everywhere, said the master. Why don't I see the goodness and beauty everywhere? Because you cannot see outside of what you fail to see inside. This is a powerful example of why many people are emotionally suffering. They fail to see the goodness and beauty within themselves and the world around them. And the main reason for this is negative thinking. The majority of people's thoughts are on what will go wrong, what is not working, and what I don't have, instead of what is right, what is working, and the things that I do have. The moment we wake up in the morning, our minds get busy thinking about dreadful things, angry things, sad things, or we focus on our insecurities, inadequacies, and limitations. Our mind is more focused on the fearful and ugly, rather than the courageous and beautiful. Make it a regular practice to take a close look at the types of thoughts you're having throughout the day, and then take an even closer look at the kind of day you're having. So the common question I get is, how do I stop negative thoughts? And my answer is, don't believe your negative thoughts. Notice I did not say, think positive. Many people try so hard to think positive without much success. When negative thoughts enter your mind, just notice them and do nothing. Do not give them any realism or power. By forcing yourself to think positive, you are unconsciously telling yourself that negative thoughts are bigger, stronger, and more powerful than you are. You are unconsciously creating a war inside your mind, and you're trying so hard not to think negative, and you're trying so hard to only think positive. This, in my opinion, is way too much work and simply exhausting. If negative thoughts are showing up in your mind, just notice them with calmness and also notice them in a casual and relaxed manner. See the negative thoughts as weak, unreal, and non-threatening. Imagine, for example, you went into a bar and a drunk person sat beside you and he started talking a lot of foolishness. You would simply smile, ignore him with wisdom, because you know in your heart he's speaking nonsense. So too, you must look at your negative thoughts, especially those that are self-condemning thoughts. But when you look at your negative thoughts, look at them as not something to fight or to argue with, but rather something to simply ignore. Yes, negative thoughts will keep trying to bother you. And yes, negative thoughts will continuously try to bring you down. But imagine you are speaking to your mind and say things like, cancel that thought, go away, leave me alone. Don't bother me right now because I have more important things to think about. Practice to think like this, and you will find that negative thinking will begin to fall away because your old negativity is losing power. The next thing you want to keep in mind is what you are focusing on. Practice more and more to focus on the beauty in the world. See the miracles and the mystery of nature. Keep your attention on those things that make you smile, that gives you a feeling of inspiration. You can do this whether it is reading positive books, hanging out with people that inspire you, or going for pleasant walks. Keep your attention on things that are working in your life and less on things that are not working. You have the choice and ability to focus on better things, and you have the capacity to snap out of negativity and limitations, but you must make it a regular practice to do so. It will not happen on its own. If you don't guide your mind will naturally pull you into a place of negativity. Let your mind know that you are the boss, and never be afraid of negative or fearful thoughts.
Oh, Shanti. Wow. Never be afraid of negative. That was good, wasn't it? That was a very powerful thing to think about. Don't be afraid of negative thoughts. Just let them go. Let them go. Let them leave your mind. Well, we're coming I have so many things to play for you, and we're coming close to the end. I want to do another meditation right now.
An effective way through our intention.
Let's do this. Start at the beginning.
Much of our past programming is hardwired into our physical system, and this can keep us stuck in specific perceptions and behaviors. Our neuropathways are established connections within the brain that fire according to these programs and the stimulation they receive. However, if these connections dictate patterns in our lives that we don't like, they can be changed to create new patterns that relate to new perceptions and new behavior. Some of these patterns serve us well, and there's no need to change them. But some of them block our progress towards the things we want. They dictate our relationship with everything we experience in our world. And if something that isn't ideal is happening, it will be because of a pattern and perception we've developed from our past. For example, if a person is constantly thinking of how they don't have enough money, then the neural pathway that has been created regarding money will always leave this person with a perception and belief of lack and limitation. On the other side of the coin, if a person constantly focuses on happiness through their thoughts and feeling states, they strengthen the neural pathways that relate to happiness, and those will become dominant in the mind. Every thought and feeling we have strengthens the neural pathways that we have developed, which in turn dictates what we believe to be true. As a result, we radiate a specific vibrational frequency that is in alignment with our beliefs and attract the things that match those beliefs into our lives. With repetition and consistency, the brain can reestablish new neural pathways and signals within the brain. As a small example, when we change our routines or decide to do something differently, we promote the growth of new neural pathways. You can compare these neural pathways to habits, because once they've been firmly developed, they stick around unless we give them reason not to. But we each have the opportunity to create new neural pathways in a more rapid and effective way through our intentions and actions. The following process will help you develop new neural pathways that align with what you want. Step number 1. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. Place one of your hands on your forehead with the palm lying flat against your skin. Now take the other hand and place it on the back of your head, with the palm against your scalp. In the front of your brain, near the forehead, is the part of the brain known as the frontal lobe. This area manages your cognitive functions and movement. In the world of chakras, it represents the spiritual center of the third eye, which regulates higher awareness, imagination, and intuition. In the back of your head is the area of the brain known as the occipital lobe, which is primarily responsible for vision. By placing your hands in this position, you are sending subtle energies into your brain and your third eye chakra. These subtle energies are a vibration or a pattern of pulsation from your hands that add more energy to this portion of your body.
That's a very long meditation, and I'd like you to listen to it because it'll make us all into scientists, and we'll understand the workings of our mind. But it happens to be very, very interesting. It's called The Workings of the Mind, and it's a very wonderful, it's on YouTube. And because our time is running short, I wanted to make sure that we get our song in today. So, but before we do that, we have to have just a couple of thoughts from Juanita. As long as you're here, Juanita, give us a couple of thoughts on how to calm our mind. If you were here, you would give us all massages, so I know that.
Oh, yes, I would offer that for sure. When we talk about the monkey mind, I think about like scattered particles that are floating around outside the crown chakra, the third eye area, and somehow they infiltrate into the core body, which is this dense layer, which is our core body. And those monkey mind or scattered thoughts can somehow take hold or take root. And then it starts a process of making us feel very scattered. But there's also a beautiful, beautiful concept of knowing that this is our densest layer. And whether it's our thoughts or it's an illness that's going on within us, we have many, many energy layers all around us. And just as that dis-ease or agitation or sometimes panic and anxiety has come in through these many layers and landed in the physical body, the beauty is we can open the door here at the third eye, really visualize it like a doorway, and we can ask that it come back out. It's a doorway to let out those thoughts as well. So we can actually pull out anywhere on our body, especially right here. We can pull out the negative thinking, or sometimes it's referred to as the stinking thinking.
Yes.
We start to pull that out as we breathe in. We can pull it out. We can send it down into the Earth's energy center or recycling center to be processed into something more unique, more creative, more positive. And we have this dense layer and these many other layers that are all around us. And as we do that, that contraction of energy that we call negativity starts to loosen up. It's like
Yes.
thread, and it starts to loosen up and pull its way out. and goes back through the many, many layers of our energy field, and it disappears.
Isn't that a wonderful thing?
Yes, yes. And there are even exercises that relate to this that can help those who suffer from headaches or migraines to pull it out and to release it
Yes.
for good.
You know, that's so wonderful to think of. You know, Juanita used to live down here in Florida, and she's been with the Brahma Kumaris for a very long time. She's also a massage therapist. That's why I wish she was here and in Florida. But she does Akashic records, and she does many things. And if you would like to get in touch with her, she can do some things over the phone or over Zoom. So just write to Roz or to me, and we can give you her number and let you get in touch with her. So before we leave, and we leave our monkey mind away,
Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around my own, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face. And the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind, like a tunnel that you follow to a tunnel of its own, down a hollow to a cavern where the sun has never shone, like a door that keeps revolving in a half-forgotten dream, or the ripples on a pebble someone kisses in a stream, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face. The world is like an apple burning silently in space, circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. Keys that jingle in your pocket, words that jangle in your head. Why did summer go so quickly? Was it something that you said? Lovers walk along the shore and leave their footprints in the sand. Is the sound of distant drumming? That's the fingers on your hand. Pictures hanging in our hallway. Fragment of a song. I remember names, faces, but to whom do they belong? When you knew that it was over, in the autumn of goodbyes, for a moment you could not recall the color of his eyes. Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever-spinning wheel, as the images unwind, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind.
now, windmills of your mind. I love that. Did anybody guess who was singing? Who was it, Juanita?
I don't know.
Okay, anyone guess? Lourdes, anyone? Okay, I'll tell you. That was Petula Clark from England. Beautiful song, and now you'll remember the song, and to keep the windmills in your mind calm and quiet. Until next week, Thank you all, every one of you,
Thank
our angels. You know one thing for sure. I love you all. Thank you. Stay
love you.
safe, and we'll see you next week. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Love, love, love.
Om
Love
Shanti.
you all. Bye-bye.